Alright guys, welcome back. My name is Setson. In this video, I want to show you some of the best software that I think are worth learning and using in 2023. Okay, so you can put it on your list of resolutions as one of your tasks that you want to accomplish. You want to learn new technology, you want to learn something new, and so I think this could be the best fit for you, for some of you. And so what happens with these technologies is they are absolutely free, but of course you need to spend time to learn them. And so this is what I'm going to introduce you to. So I'm going to introduce them one by one. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the first one right away. Okay, so the first software that we're going to talk about is Blender. So what can you do with Blender? And so over here, these are some of the things that you can do with Blender. You can use it for gaming, you can use it for character animation, you can use it for architectural visualization, motion graphics, and visual effects. So you can model your characters, you can do animation, you can do lighting and simulation. Some of the work that you can do in Blender. This armor looks real, but it was modeled in Blender. It's not a real hammer, it's not a photo, it's modeling. It was modeled in Blender. And so for us to use Blender, we have to go to blender.org and download Blender. And so in your search engine, you can write Blender download, and you can go to this website, blender.org. It will take you to this particular website. This is the official website for Blender. Depending on the platform that you are on, if you're on Windows, you'll see the installer here. If you're on Mac, you see the installer, and similar with Linux. Or you can click on this arrow and you have access to all these installers. Depending on the platform that you are on, you can download any one of these. And let's see some of the features of Blender. It's free to use, free to share, free to change, free to sell your work. It's free. It's used for animation, modeling, VFX, games, and it has got a huge community, people who contribute towards Blender to make it better. And so it's one of those best softwares that is just free. It's amazing. And so you can see this character was made in Blender. Wow, amazing. So why not try it? And so let's see. After you finish the installation, you can see I now have Blender here, and I'm going to double click to open Blender. And so this is the page that I see when I first open Blender, and you can see this is the version. We are on version 3.31. So you can create a new file over here if you want to do video editing, 2D animation, if you want to do visual effects, general, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'll just click in here. So it gives me this scene over here. And so now I'm in layout mode, right? I can be in any one of these modes, but I want to be in layout mode because I want to model something. And so what we can basically see over here, we have 4 panels. One here, which is the bigger one, and then another one here, and down here we have another panel. All these panels they have got names. If you hover over and click this downward arrow, you can tell this is the 3D viewport. I can tell by this similar icon here, it's similar to the 3D viewport. If I go here and click this downward arrow, I can also relate this to the outliner, so I can tell this is the outliner. Similar with this one, which is the properties, which is found down here. And also down here we have this one, which is the timeline. So I can change any one of these to any one of these ones. All right, so if I don't want properties here, I can put asset browser. You can now see there is asset browser, but of course I want to keep it like that. I want to keep it default, and so I'm not going to be changing anything. And so here in this panel, which is the outliner, it outlines the objects that are in my 3D viewport. And so this is my viewport, and so I can see there's a camera. If I click, you can see it's selected here, the cube is selected, and the light is selected. And so the more objects I add in here, the more objects I'm gonna have here in this scene collection. These properties are properties for these items. If I select this, you can see its position is centered right in the middle. It's 0 for X, 0 for Y, and 0 for Z. But this one is not in the middle, so if I select it, you can see its position here. And then this one, you can see its location, its rotation, its scale, and stuff like that. And so these are some of the properties of these particular objects. All right, so we want to model this into some kind of a chair. And so what I'm going to do is we want to scale this down, so we can use scale, or you can press S on the keyboard. If you hover over, it tells you. So I'm going to select that object and then press this. You can see now I have these handles. We can scale it this way or that way. So I'm going to scale it this way. So I'm going to hold and pull it down. I'm clicking the left mouse button, and so I'm going to make it smaller like that and let it go. And I can click anywhere here to deselect it. And now I'm going to select this select box. Once I select that, I want to go to edit mode. Right now it's in object mode. I want to go to edit mode because I want to edit this. Right, so I want to cut this, loop cut. I can press Ctrl R, or I can just select this. And when I hover over with my mouse, you can see those. I can cut it across like that. I can cut it across like this. So first up, this orientation, hold my left mouse button, pull it up to here and let it go. Let me see there, and then up to there and let it go. And this one, pull it up here and let it go. And that one, pull it that way and let it go. And so now I can select the faces. And so I can edit the vertices, I can edit the edges, I can also edit the faces. Now I want to edit the faces. We are making a chair, and so let me see. Here, select, zoom in a bit, select this face, hold shift, select that face, and then that face. I want to press E and then pull my mouse up. I'm not pressing any key on my mouse, I'm just moving my mouse up. And once I feel like it's the correct position, I can click my left mouse button to let go of that selection. And now you can see I have this. And over here we have a gizmo. So this gizmo allows me to rotate the view. And so I'm going to rotate the view. And I can check the back of the chair, the side, and underneath the chair. So we want to get underneath this chair. And we want to create the legs for the chair. And so I'm going to select again the faces up here. I'm going to make sure that the face, I'm dealing with the face. And here, the select box, this arrow key is selected. And so I'm going to select this one, hold shift, select that one, select this one, and select this one. So what I'm going to do is press E to extrude, and then my mouse, just move it down. If I move it up, down, you can see. And then if I'm satisfied with what I see, I can press the left mouse button to let go and press anywhere here on the screen. And so now you can see I have created a chair. Of course, it's not really perfect, but I'm just showing you what you can do with Blender. And so you can model quite a lot of stuff in Blender. You can model characters and stuff that you want to see on your scene, and everything else you can model it in Blender. It's worth trying, it's worth learning. I think you can master it, but of course it's going to take time. I won't lie to you, you have to invest time in learning Blender for you to be better at it. And so I'm also in the process of learning Blender. I'm not yet a master of Blender, but I can model some stuff. And obviously, I'm learning and taking it step by step. All right, so this is our first software. In our next video, I'm going to show you another software that you can dedicate your time to learn and improve yourself. So I want to thank you for your time. I hope to see you in our next video. For now, I'm out. Bye-bye.